What's up, you sad sacks? Welcome back to episode 4. Today we're going to be editing the graveyard scene. Now, I'm going to apologize in advance for how dark the image is here. We were a bit underexposed. But that's fine. When we get to grading and all that stuff, we're going to brighten it up. So, and again, we're always in a quarter resolution anyway. So anyway, the scene today is my character goes to a graveyard and talks to his deceased wife. I'm sitting really far to the left, huh? Anyway, so the scene, very, very simple. I have a couple of different shots. This is all the same shot. But I have this medium. I have a close-up at well, it's all 50. More head-on, and then I have one walking away from a 16. And I have one walking up and then one walking away. We'll see how we like it. And I'm not an actor by any means. These are a couple of establishing shots that I have. So we're gonna judge this performance very harshly, and it's not gonna be great, I'm assuming. So anyway, let's get in it. Okay, so the scene starts with a fade in. This is a piece of music we have, and it fades in, and we have a couple little establishing shots that I've already put on there. We try to get these birds flying around for fucking ever. It was a whole thing. This one seems a little tilted, actually. I'm going to... Okay, this should be fine. Now, I have this one shot of me kind of walking in from frame. But we'll figure it out. First thing we got to do is get our performances. So let's look through some of these performances. All right, so I don't exactly know how I'm going to edit this scene exactly as far as cuts go. Because I'm just going to go through and find what has the better performance and use that. Whatever that is, I'm going to use that. Originally, this scene was going to be me and my niece who's playing my daughter. But the thing sometimes with movies, and especially like these low budget family friends favors type of projects, you work with what you're dealt with. You know what I mean? And just last week, a few days before filming this, she went and busted her elbow and broke her arm. So I'm going to try to work that in the film actually at a point now, because I'm going to have to, and try to film around that. So if you ever watch this movie, the first scene that she's going to be in, it's going to be really tight on her face, so we don't have to see her arm. So there's a fun fact for you. But let's go through and just kind of cherry pick the best moments or the better moments. What is this thing here? This is like nothing. Oh, okay, boom got in the shot. But you know what? The audio isn't terrible up to a point, so let's just remove that and bring this over here. And then we'll just turn it down so it's not in the way. Alright, so let's go through some of these performances here and see what we can find that we don't entirely hate. Hey, Plum. I know they're not your favorite, but it's what they had, so. And it's still going to be a little choppy, sorry. I don't know. I'm hating this thing. This is
That's so good.
this is okay. And I didn't love the take, to be fair to myself. there are, I think, 3 things in this take that I don't entirely hate. So this beginning, the high plum. So probably up to there.
We had a 20-minute argument about her.
Oh, actually, hold on.
So Ava started school. No, crazy. We had a...
So I stumble on the words there, so only up to that far.
I told her, I said, you know what you should do? You should get an apple for a teacher on the first day. That'd be a nice thing to do.
So I don't really love any of that stuff in the middle. So those 2 moments are really kind of the only thing from that take that I like, kind of. Let's keep looking.
I told her she can't, they're too big. She can't wear them. No, they're too big. That doesn't make sense. They'd be too...
I don't like anything about that take. The audio's not good. The performance is not great. Let's keep going.
3 apples, 2 lemons, and half a lime juice.
Fucking truck rolling by.
First impression, I guess. I think she got that from you.
Bit of a stumble there. Oh, wind's picking up.
Something you should argue with her about.
Okay, so I don't know if there's anything that I absolutely love from this entire take, but there's nothing that I really hate. I think there's a couple audio issues maybe, and the wind picks up at a part. I don't know about that line of dialogue.
I'm excited to help her out with like homework, you know, the next couple years before it gets too difficult for me.
Yeah, I don't know about that line. I think that's the only take I said that in. So I'm just gonna move this. I don't know. We'll keep it on the assembly here as something to kind of look at if we need it. But let's move on. Okay, so I like it up to about here, because then a motorcycle starts driving by. Those things, I don't know what it is. Every time I freaking film outside, a freaking gaggle of motorcycles have to drive by. Not only drive by, but apparently drive in frickin' circles around us, because they will go constantly for like 5 minutes. Just anyway. So right about there is when that motorcycle starts. So I'm just going to cut that. I think that's the most sort of legible you can hear me. Legible?
That caught me off. I can't, like...
Okay, so a couple of things. First of all, we got to cut it when the horns sound. And then right there, there's an audio clip. Right there. That's not great. Other than that, the performance, I think, is fine. We'll leave that up there and see what else we have. Oh, the bird! I think this is, like, fine. Has a couple of maybe moments as far as, like, the breathing. And then here...
It's just been really hard.
It's a fun stumble, I guess. The problem, though, starting right about here... Freaking airplane.
I just really miss my best friend.
And that's a fine delivery, I guess. But then the plane is pretty prominent, so... Alright, so that leaves us with a couple of moments that we like enough to at least start building around. We're going to import the next take now, though. Alright, so we got our takes here. Let's just kind of go through and see if there's anything that we like. The sound should be better here, too. Let's kind of cut it there because I think the second half is better. But I don't really... Nothing really stands out to me. I love the birdies!
I'm try it again. Just keep it rolling. Damn it.
Okay.
You're sad!
What a fucking idiot. Oh, wait, motorcycles?
Oh, great. Cut it real quick. He's gonna be a minute.
Yeah, he is gonna be a few minutes. All right.
Tell you what, I'm not excited to see her grow up. Start high school. Our arguments change from shoes too small to shorts too short.
This is a terrible take. He agrees.
Acting!
Yeah, first world problems, fuckhead.
So I'm trying to. That's why I wanted to outsource acting. Hire other people to do it.
You should have been, asshole! All right, last take. Let's see if there's anything here. Oh, look. Who are you looking at, bitch?
Our arguments change from shoes too small to shorts too short.
Oh, got some audio clips. Why does this happen sometimes?
I guess.
Joe, Jesus.
It's just been hard.
I think I have a better delivery on the other line of that.
We're trying.
I don't say that anywhere else.
I just miss my best friend, you know?
Don't love that delivery. I like that look, though.
I just miss my
And I don't love any of that stuff in the middle there.
best friend, you know?
Don't love that delivery.
Best friend, you know?
But after the... Alright, so maybe we'll end on this one here. We'll see. I don't know if, honestly, there's anything that I loved in particular about any of these takes. I don't think there's anything that really stuck out that I absolutely hate. I just don't like looking at my face, honestly. But I think we might end on this one. So let's kind of go through and see what we have highlighted, how we want to cut it, how we want to move it around, and figure out the scene here. So I think we are going to start up with the establishing shots, and then a walk up here. Actually, I don't know about that. It feels very I don't know, staged in a way. Let's watch it again. We have a lot of time here before we fade in. Maybe we should cut that. So that's 14 to 25, 11 seconds. That's crazy. We got to move this way in. Cut that in a few seconds. So we go from, man, 14 to 22 is still quite a bit. I don't want to show what this is because it's kind of a spoiler. That'll be fine for now, I think. Do you see what I mean? Like, it feels weird. It feels like it's like a staged thing. I mean, it technically is, I suppose, but... Like, maybe I should already be walking. Like, if I move this in a bit to where I'm, like, already walking... Maybe I'll be way closer. Maybe I'll be like here. So it'll go like coming out from that side. Maybe that's better? I don't know. I don't know! Also, are these too long for the establishing? After friggin' 8 seconds of black, we get, let's see, 22 to another 10 seconds of establishing. I feel like that should probably cut about here. Oh, don't do that. Dang it! Stop it! Should we have this one first? Maybe about there feels about right. About a second less. I think that works better, though, honestly. This one first. I don't know. I don't know. So, if we pause on this longer, and then, ooh, okay, so I'm gonna have to reverse this shot. So then, when it plays, it'll end up at the same place because the wind is different. Like, you see the cut, right? But then it goes into it just fine. So if I take that off, move that over, take this, flip it backwards. Having this a little bit longer now would be something like, let's take a look at that. I think that's better, but I think this could be a second longer here. Do you think people will notice that this right here is reversed? It's watch the tree. You know what? I think that might be okay though. Like, fuck it. I'm gonna leave it in there, and if anybody notices, then that's just funnier to me. So now we need a walk up, and I know that I want from this shot because I didn't do it on the other shots. So let's go through these and see which one I want for the walk up. Okay, so it's between take 5 and take 7. Let's see which one we like better.
Hey, Plum.
Okay, couple of things. I like the sound better here of brushing off the
I know they're not your...
the leaves there versus over here, because I already dusted them off, so it was kind of clean. So I was just rubbing stone here. I like the performance better here, but
I know these aren't your favorite, but that's what they had, so...
I don't love my eyes. Like, where am I looking right now? What? I like that less. I don't like. I look like I'm trying to think of what to say. So we're gonna use number 7. All right, let's see how that one looks. Actually, I do want to go a little bit more time because it's not like I'm right on the. Let's try by second. Sure.
Hey, Plum.
Now, I think there's too much of a tilt on this, starting from over here. So we need to look at the line. So Ava started school. Now, there's nothing, again, that jumped out to me, so we're just going to go one by one and check and see that line. Okay, so take 4 and take 1 are the only ones who have that have that line.
Like somebody I know.
I don't really love that. Let's look at the other one.
3 apples, 2 lemons, and half a lime juice.
Okay, so I don't know where I'm going to cut it. I feel like I'm going to cut it maybe here, because this hand thing is very weird.
Well, she wanted to wear them, and they're too small.
I think it's very conversational, but I don't know if I actually like that too much.
Those pink rain boots we got her a couple years ago. Well, she wanted to wear them, and they're too small. And I told her, like...
I'm going to cut it there. I don't know where exactly I'm going to cut it by the end of this, but for now, that's going in. The question, actually, does that match more than, like, my eyes here versus my eyes here?
So Ava's...
But I like the timing. So let's worry about the timing and not the eyes.
So Ava started school.
You know, I don't love the timing, but I want it to be a little longer, I think. Linger. But I don't love how my eyes dart around. So let me just try it before I go and mess with it more. So it's got to be after that because of the breath, right? So maybe something here.
So Ava started school.
Actually, I don't hate it. I thought I would want to sit on it a little bit longer, no pun intended, but I don't think we need to. So let's try to match up. Since we know the timing is fine, let's try to match up a bit. See, I do this thing. I go like, see, I kind of move my jaw a little bit. So I do that twice. So maybe I should match it up with that. That fits because I'm like changing the mouth. You can kind of see it moving the mouth down. Like if I extend this a little bit longer, I'm moving my jaw down. My jaw down a bit. So then by the time, I should go a little bit longer. We cut in here. I'm doing it again. I like it better the way I had it. Okay. So there's that. Now we need to go back to another take here. And what we need to look for is anything after Ava
we
started
argued
school.
for 20 minutes.
Like, if argue for 20 minutes.
Do you remember those pink rain boots we got her a couple years ago? Well, she wanted to wear them, and she's...
Maybe those pink rain boots we got her 20 years, or a couple years ago.
Easy. You know, we argued for 20 minutes on her first day because she wanted to wear... Do you remember those...
I think we're going to cut it there. Do you remember the pink rain boots we got her? Okay, so it looks like these will be my 3 possible options. Let's take a look. Okay, so I think this one's my least favorite. Just as far as framing, that's better.
But she...
I think we're going to go with this one. A bit of wind pickup.
We got her a couple years ago.
Right about here.
She wanted to wear those, and I said, Bud.
But I think the audio's overall better. And the
We got her a couple...
like at the very end.
Bud, they're too small for you. Can't wear them. But she...
is very determined. Like I can cut it easier than...
I said, Bud, they're too small.
This
You
one
can't
here.
wear them. But she's very...
So I'm going to go with that one. Get rid of those. But, like, I could kind of cut it there, but that's not going to leave a lot of time for the audio, and it's going to be really quick. So I'd much rather leave that in there and have time between versus cleaner sort of audio, I suppose, and dialogue, but less time to actually let the words sit. So I think we're going to sit with this right now. So... For the dialogue after, unless something is cool on these shots, I might try to keep it with the close-ups just because the audio is just better. But let's focus on this line first. Wow. Okay. So apparently I just have these 2 takes. All right. Shit. So those would be my editing points.
But she...
Right here.
is very determined.
Right there.
We got her a couple years ago. She wanted
Unless
to wear
I go
those,
in
and I said,
sooner.
Bud,
Let's see if I can cut around the she, because I'm not loving the other option. Like, the very and the she may sound similar enough.
The too small for you, can't wear them, but she... determined.
I don't say the rest of the dialogue, though, so that doesn't make a lot of fucking sense. You understand the context, right? She wants to wear these shoes. They're too small. I tell her, they're not going to fit. They're too small. So I'm cutting out those lines of me saying, I told her they're not going to fit. They're too small. And just kind of condensing it down.
Years ago.
But I think like your people will be smart enough to understand that context. Let's see how it looks though.
We had an argument for 20 minutes. We argued about she wanted to wear. You remember those pink boots we got her a couple years ago? And I told her like they're not gonna fit, and she was just very determined.
I don't know. Like you understand the context. Even though I don't say she wanted to wear them, you understand that she wants to wear them. But I don't know if I want him to, I think he's not dumb, but wants to talk enough to where he explains it too thoroughly.
She wanted to wear, you remember those pink boots we got her a couple years ago? And I told her like they're not gonna fit, and she was just very...
So that would be option A, right? To do it that way. Another way would be maybe to look at another take.
She wanted to wear those, and I said, Bud, they're too small for you, can't wear them. And I told her like they're not gonna fit, and she was just very...
I think that works. I think that can actually work there. I say it twice though, right?
She wanted to wear those, and I said, Bud, they're too small for you, can't wear them. And I told her like they're not gonna fit, and she was just very...
You know what? I like it. This is how I'm cutting it.
Wear those, and I said, Bud, they're too small for you, can't wear them.
Okay, so now we got to work on the dialogue for, you should take an apple to your teacher.
And then she grabbed every piece of fruit from the fridge. So Miss Weatherly's gonna have 3 apples, 2 lemons, and a lime juice. Good first impression, I thought.
The audio is just so bad on this angle.
She grabbed every piece of fruit from the fridge. So
what if we just do that? What if we just do that right there? Let me try this. Let's try this. Everybody, we're going to try this. We're going to move this son of a bitch over. You know what's funny? So I licked my lip here as well. So if we cut in, I'm not going to use this, but what? But here's what we need to think about. So the whole kind of crux of this scene is the moment where he gets sad, right?
Up.
Like that dialogue of not excited for her to go to high school and
shorts
that are too short. And then the laugh turns to the... So that's what I need to worry about right there. Is what's the best take to kind of get to that moment.
Should argue with her with.
Which I think maybe this one. So I need to figure out what lines are better from what angle. Put those in first and work around it. So these are just kind of looks. That was a yawn. So let me see if there's anything in these close-ups that are that I like for that moment of when the laugh turns to more of a somber. I don't love that. That's pretty shit-tastic. So I think it's between these two. Let's take a look and see if there's a performance we like better.
Tell you what, though, I'm not excited to see her grow up. Start high school.
Camera move. Well, moved again.
And our arguments change from shoes too small to shorts too short. And you should argue with her about that.
I think that's a better way to deliver that line, but I think I only do it in that take. Okay. And I think the really hard, I'm going to use it from the other take. So let's try this one.
I tell you what, though, I am not excited to see her grow up. Start high school, and our arguments change from shoes too small to shorts too short.
I think that's better.
That's something you should argue with her about.
Don't love that delivery, but... Okay, so I'm going to use this take for that.
Miss Weatherly's gonna have.
Oh, right, because I wasn't editing that yet, you dumbass.
I tell you what, though, I am...
So I need to have the rest of the dialogue, and I either have it on this take, or I cut to and fro, where would I cut that from? You know what I mean? So, like...
And now Miss Everly's gonna have...
So this could be a
apples,
close-up in this line.
a lemon, and half a lime juice. Better first impression, I guess.
And then maybe we do that line on this angle. Better first impression, I guess. So let's try that. So we need to get the specific fruit in the main close-up. So these would be our takes here. And we might use 6 for that bridge. But let's take a look at these two.
And her idea of that was to grab every piece of fruit from the fridge. So now Miss Everly's gonna have 3 apples, 2 lemons, and half a lime juice. Better first impression, I guess. And I told her, I said, you know what you should do? You should bring an apple for your teacher on the first day.
Better audio.
Nice thing to do. And so she grabbed every piece of fruit from the fridge. So now Miss Everly's gonna have 3 apples, 2 lemons, and half a lime juice.
That laugh is terrible.
Better first impression?
They're both kind of whatever.
And her idea of that was to grab...
So let's see what the dialogue is. So, better first impression, I guess, is the line we want.
Better first impression, I guess?
Yeah, I like this one. I'm gonna use it. I'm not even gonna look. I'm not even gonna look at the other ones, because this is it. This is the take. And that terrible, terrible laughing. Ugh.
So now Miss Everly's gonna...
So I can do that, maybe? Just say so twice. Let's see how that kind of sounds.
From the fridge. So... From the fridge. So now...
That kind of works.
From the fridge. So...
Like, even I look over, and I can keep looking over. That might actually just straight up work.
Fridge.
And I don't want this to start, because I'm very still until about there. So if we just try that. My mouth's open. I look like Robert De Niro. Oh no, look at this De Niro face. Jinxie cat. Fucker. Jinxie cat. All right.
3 apples, 2 lemons, and half a lime juice. Better first impression, I guess.
And you really hear the difference in the audio there. I wonder, actually, let's try something here.
Better first impression. Better first impression. Better first impression. I guess. Better first impression, I guess.
It's actually really close. So if I can just use this audio. What if I even extend this out? Let me just try this.
Better first impression. Better first impression.
Ooh, okay, it's close. Hold on.
Better first impression, I guess.
So I think that's about as good as I'm gonna get that there. So if we just mute this real quick. Okay. Damn it! Because that right there, hitting on the thing. So I can keep that in.
Better first impression, I guess.
Ooh, okay. All right, so I'm gonna throw a crossfade on it, half a second,
I guess.
and that gets rid of that breath. I don't know about that timing right there, to be and frank with you. Let's kind of watch it longer.
Better first impression, I guess. I'll tell you what, though, I'm not...
See, look, I want it to start sooner, I feel. But maybe we go way sooner. Okay, let's try this.
Better first impression, I guess. Better first impression, I guess.
Now, like, close. But I could do a few more frames in, but I feel like there's not enough time between these lines here. Look at my mouth. It just kind of, I'm gonna go down a couple decibels. Maybe that'll help.
Better first impression, I guess. I'll tell you what, though,
I think that's better. It was just kind of going wah a little bit. So now we need it's just really been hard, which I like from here, I think. Oh, I like this breathing though too, right?
It's just been...
Okay, so 7 was the one I liked. So I wanted to get the breathing, but that's got some audio clippings in there as well. So, yeah, we're not going to worry about that. Okay, now I got to figure out where to cut. It still doesn't really match up. So I got quite a bit of time here, right? So I need to match this frame here. Kind of forward, maybe a little off, and looking mad dog. So maybe like here. But then I look up. So maybe right before I look up, huh? I thought I liked the looking up, but it may not be in our best interest to look up. I need to find the most... Look at that fucking face.
It's just been really...
So what we need to focus on more so is the timing. So let's go short with it, which is probably around here, yeah. And then if it doesn't work, we can try a bit longer.
It's just been really hard.
I think that's actually fine. I don't want to linger for another, like, 2 to 3 seconds. I don't think that's necessary. Okay, and now we need to end the scene, right? Okay, so this is really the only take from that angle that I kind of like enough, I guess.
Love you, Plum.
Also, like in this shot, you see the ashes. And then we're going to get our walk-away shot. Okay, so here's our walking away shots. Oh, look at a little birdie.
So, that was a good touch.
Oh, what happened?
Damn it!
What? Okay, so I'm putting my thing back in my shirt, so it looks kind of awkward, though. And I know Liv on the day said she liked the face rep, so let's go with, I trust Liv. Let's go with that. Let's kind of watch it and see what we think about it. Okay, so I think there's a few things here that we learned. First of all, it's very choppy at the beginning. I think we need to take off one of these edits. Also, I didn't mention it, but There is one thing we haven't shot yet for this, which I'm not going to have shot for a little bit. It's an insert of me and my buddy Ray, who's going to play my dead wife. It's literally just a few frames of us just like laughing together that I thought would be interesting to kind of intercut. He's like, talking and then insert of that and then right back to the thing. But maybe I use that as a cut, right? Because although 7 and 7, right? So I could take off this edit here and it will be just fine. But I also use 4 here.
An argument for.
I mean, I would rather take this because the audio. So let's do this. Let's save it. Let's completely get rid of 7 here. So I think that's better. Okay, so I think that works for now. For our first cut of the final cut, let's take a look at the scene and see what we think. Logan Seaman on the score.
Hey, Plum. I know these aren't your favorite, but that's what they had, so. So Ava started school. Crazy. We argued for 20 minutes on her first day because she wanted to wear, do you remember those pink rain boots we got her a couple years ago? Well, she wanted to wear them and they're too small. And I told her they're not gonna fit, and she was just very determined and stubborn, which I'm pretty sure she gets from you. When I told her, I said, you know what you should do? You should get an apple for a teacher on the first day. That'd be a nice thing to do. And then she grabbed every piece of fruit from the fridge. So now Miss Everly's gonna have 3 apples, 2 lemons, and half a lime juice. Better first impression, I guess. I tell you what, though, I am not excited to see her grow up. Start high school, and our arguments change from shoes too small to shorts too short. That's something you should argue with her about. It's just been really hard. We'll be all right. We'll be all right. I just really miss my best friend. Love you, Plum.
Okay, so I think that works for now. By the final cut, I may change a couple of small things, a few frames or whatever it would be, but I think right now that works. And I'm happy enough, I guess, with it. So appreciate you sticking around, watching this. I may not have too many more episodes, but I appreciate you watching this far. So, all right. Peace out.